Dos, tres, cuatro. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Galatasaray Champions League preview. Manchester United play at Old Trafford tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to face Galatasaray, of course, as I mentioned, in the UEFA Champions League. So yeah, we're going to go through a nice little quick preview. Before we get stuck in, please like, comment. Please like the video, much appreciated. Comment your predictions and expectation for the game tomorrow, and hit that big red subscribe button. Be much appreciated. It's free, literally just there. Big red button. Click onto that. The United Way ever rises. But before we get stuck in, there will be a live watch along here on the United Way with myself at 7. The game kicks off at 8 p.m. I'll be live half hour before at 7:30 p.m. going through team news and the build-up. But listen, let's get stuck into the preview. It's a must-win game for Manchester United. No beating around the bush. We thought we were turning the corner last Saturday when we beat Burnley 1-0. Sorry, the Saturday before last, apologies. We wasn't great, but we thought it's a win, momentum, bit of confidence into the team. Then we played Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, and we beat them 3-0 comfortably. Brilliant result. That made us fans start to feel confident again and start thinking to ourselves, okay, I like it. And then we played Palace last Saturday gone, and we lose 1-0 from it. Can't take it away from Joachim Anderson. Brilliant goal. Maybe we should have defended the free kick better and maybe marked Anderson tighter, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But it's a must-win for Manchester United. It really, really is. And if we don't win this game, I mean, the fan base, especially myself, I will be pissed off. I mean, we can't keep having these results. Like, I know I'm going to sound like Gary Neville when I say this, but this is Manchester United. We should be winning these games. No disrespect to Galatasaray, they are a good team. You know, they have some brilliant players, some decent players who, of course, I'm not going to get stuck into. But yeah, it really, really is a must-win game for Manchester United. But how? How can we beat Galatasaray tomorrow? Here's how. Play players in normal positions. Now I know we start. Obviously, Reguilon is gonna be still out for the game tomorrow. He should be fit for the game on Saturday. I think we're playing Saturday against Brentford. Fingers crossed. Anyways, play players in normal positions. We have to do that. We're not going to get away with it. We didn't get away with it on Saturday against a full-strength Crystal Palace. And we're not going to get away with it against Galatasaray either. So, in my opinion, I feel like he has to play Amrabat in the centre DM. Amrabat and Casemiro, that has to be the midfield partnership for the game against Galatasaray at Old Trafford. That has to be that. And I know I'm going to hate saying it, and I'm sure Manchester United fans are going to hate hearing me say this, but we're going to have to play Harry Maguire because we're going to have to put that back four, Dalot left back, Lindelof right back, Maguire, Varane. You can put Johnny Evans in there if you want, but that's what I think we should do to have a bit more balance. Amrabat left back, it's not always going to work. It is not always going to work. So, it's not always going to work. It's not always going to work. And we have to play with Amrabat and Casemiro and then see what happens. Because see what Maguire can do. Because Maguire is out there. He wants to prove himself. He wants to try and get back into being a Ten Hag starting centre back. And Harry Maguire should be thinking himself, there's a chance here. Leach is out, Reguilon's out, Shaw's out, Malassi is out. You know, the only, you know, I can get back in there. So Maguire, my opinion, has to start. And he has to go and mount on the right wing as well. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Hannibal play and then Bruno on the right. But I know Anthony's back, but I don't think he'll start Anthony. He's probably not fit enough yet. He's probably fit enough to play for 30, 20 minutes, Anthony. That's probably enough because it's been a good month or so since he last played a game for Manchester United, and that was against Arsenal, I think, in the 3-1 defeat. So I think, so, you know, he has to do that to get a bit of balance into the team. And that's just mine. That's just what I think we should do. You might disagree with me, but this is the point of having a fan channel. Get your opinions, get the debates in. I know it's pre-recorded, but, you know, yeah. I agree. Whatever you're saying, you're right. But yeah, I mean, listen, another. So yeah, obviously I'll go through my predicted 11, but I feel like, yeah, he should play Amrabat. Don't play Amrabat left back. Just don't. Just don't. But yeah, anyways, another one I want to talk about. We move on to Marcus Rashford. I don't know why there's a question or an exclamation mark beside that. That should have been a question mark. Will Marcus Rashford be dropped for the game against Galatasaray? Ten Hag mightn't drop him, but if I was a Manchester United manager, I'd drop him for this game. Marcus Rashford, I'd drop him for this game. I know, like Marcus Rashford, and last season Marcus Rashford was sensational for Manchester United. Brilliant. Probably the best he's probably ever been in his career. And we thought Rashford is going to be a top class player for Manchester United. And he's went like this. See this. So yeah, Marcus Rashford, in my opinion, should be dropped for the game tomorrow. Because when we're playing him, I said in the previous videos, when he has to shoot, he passes, and when he has to pass, he shoots. His decision making is poor, and sometimes he can be a bit annoying and selfish. I'll admit. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But do you think Marcus Rashford will be dropped for tomorrow's game? I think we should. Just Ten Hag sure and say, listen, I'm dropping you because your performances recently and everything that you do is not right for what I want. But yeah. Now, I want to talk about Erik Ten Hag. Twitter, Manchester United, keyboard warriors are all saying Ten Hag. Why? What have we not learned from sacking the recent managers that it's a cycle? But the problem is, listen, we brought in David Moyes. Fergie recommended him. Didn't land well. Fair enough. Then you looked at your Mourinho's and your Van Gaals and your Ole Gunnar Solskjaers and so on and so forth. And we all thought, especially Mourinho, we all thought, lovely. Didn't work. Why did them recent managers not work post Fergie? We can say the owners, but they don't know how to rebuild the team. Ten Hag came into Ajax. And of course he managed them. And he rebuilt Ajax. Now I know the Premier League it's definitely one of the best leagues and one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Toughest leagues, in fact. So it's not good, but Ten Hag rebuilds, and you have to give the man a backing. Look at the amount of players he has injured. Look at the owners he has around him. Look at the players on the pitch who aren't playing well for him. Sometimes it's not the manager, it's the players, and we've realised that, and we have to back them. How long did it take Arsenal to start playing proper football again, and actually people saying, and actually for them to actually be competing in titles? And how long did it take Liverpool to become a good team under Jurgen Klopp? Pep Guardiola, when he went to Man City, alright, City always had their glory, but it only lasted when the new owners came in. But normal teams that haven't got rich owners, how long did it take them under the managers to start? Rome wasn't built in a day, or the hooking. It wasn't built soon, and so you have to back Ten Hag, and you might be looking at me saying you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. You're only a young lad. I probably have more common sense, so just Ten Hag, back up. At least give him till Christmas to see what he can do. Give him a season. Give him another season or two before you start being critical of the man. That's just my opinion. But yeah, play Ten Hag. I think we should play the kids. And what I mean by kids is I'd like to see Hannibal Mejbri start and Garnacho. Like this. Alejandro Garnacho must start against Galatasaray. He came on against Crystal Palace on Saturday. Yeah, we lost the game, but he's such a threat. I mean, he's 18 years of age, and he doesn't. He has the ball at his feet and he's running at the defender. He's not looking at the ball. He's looking at a defender. He controls the ball well without having to look at it. Everything he does is just whoa. And yeah, Garnacho might start against Galatasaray and have a bad game, but at least he's only young. He learns. He done more than Rashford did, and I think Rashford got 85 minutes, and he done a lot more than Rashford, and he's more of a threat than Marcus Rashford. No, like Marcus Rashford, I'm not hating on the boy. I just think his performances recently are just scary, and it's not scary for opposition teams. It's scary for Manchester United. I mean, last season Rashford was scoring every goal, everywhere, every time he had the ball, bang back in there. But yeah, Garnacho for me just has to start. His decision making is decent, and he's not afraid to take on anyone, whether it's offense or defense. And he knows that he'll try and he'll give Erasmus or even a Bruno or whoever's in the box service. And he's not selfish. And again, I'm not hating on Rashford. Just going through a tough time at Manchester United Football Club. But yeah, Garnacho for me must start. Everything he does is just spot on. And yeah, the recent things I've been talking about in the preview so far, do you agree with me? And yeah, should we do? What should we do? But Manchester United form. I'm sorry, back to play the kids. Hannibal. I didn't put maybe start 11, but if he starts tomorrow, I will not be upset whatsoever. Because his energy, his passion, everything he does is nice. Solid. It's what we need in the midfield. Energy, presses players, doesn't stop running, grafts hard, gets stuck in, isn't afraid to take anyone on, whether it's in offense or defense. So yeah. But yeah, Manchester United form is, now it's not pretty, I'll admit. Here it is. So, 5 games. Let me just have a look. Yeah, okay. So our last 5 games, we lost against Brighton 3-1. Bayern beat us 4-3 in the Champions League. We beat Burnley 1-0 with a brilliant assist from Johnny Evans and goal from Bruno Fernandes. We beat Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup 3-0, and we lost against them on the weekend 3-0. Let me just move myself over here. Lovely stuff. Now, that is not great. 5 games. That's we're looking at 1, 2, 3 losses and 2 wins. 3 defeats, 2 wins. Yeah, 2 wins and 2 losses. That is not great. Now you're looking at losing against Brighton, fair enough. Bayern, fair enough. We beat Burnley as expected. We beat Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup as expected. We lost against Palace. Not fair enough. Ridiculous. I mean, again, some could say, "Oh yeah, maybe, yeah, but maybe if you don't take your chances, you don't win games." And that's what Palace done. They took their chances and they offended. Solid. And again, Manchester United are so poor and they're behind. Really, really poor. And I thought maybe we're going to see a bit of a run come out. No, back to square one. If you turn that form around it's still ridiculous. You cannot make it better. But yeah, let us know what you think of our form. It's worrying, but something has to change. But yeah, listen, we'll move on to talk about our 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 enemies, our opposition. We will start to speak about Galatasaray. Who, you know what? They have decent players. Muslera, the goalkeeper. Davison Sanchez, Tottenham, ex-Tottenham player. They have a midfield of Demirbay. I thought it was Demirbay. Torreira, Tete, Zaha, Icardi, Mertens. Who else is there? Oliveira, if anyone knows him. But yeah, the main players that I think are decent: Mertens, Tete, Zaha, Icardi, Torreira, and Sanchez, and the goalkeeper as well. Muslera is not bad. I mean, Galatasaray in the Turkish league are second, and they haven't lost a game so far in the Turkish league and Champions League. Yeah, 6 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats, 19 points, 2 points behind Fenerbahce. And we're like, 10 plays or something like that. But yeah, I mean, look at Galatasaray. They played Copenhagen. I think that finished 2-2. So we should capitalise on that. That we're lucky that Galatasaray or Copenhagen didn't win. We were lucky it ended in a draw, to be fair. I think that's what we were hoping. And, imagine going into tomorrow's game. Well, Jesus, what? I don't know, third or fourth place. And you're 3 points behind the Galatasaray, for example. Then right, we have to beat them by more than so and so amount of goals to, I don't know, get as far as we can. I mean, hopefully Bayern lose against Copenhagen, but I think Bayern are going away, so Copenhagen could do something, but Bayern should win that game comfortably as well, in my opinion. No disrespect to Copenhagen. They have Larson, who's a decent player, and a few other. Rasmus Højlund has 2 brothers who play for them as well. But yeah, I mean, one thing about Galatasaray, they don't travel well, but I'm sure they're looking at our recent games and the way we played. And I'm sure they have looked over. I'm sure they've looked at Saturday's game and said, yeah, these are here for the taking. We can beat these. And Galatasaray can beat us as well. No taking away from Galatasaray can beat us. And no disrespect to Palace, but if they can beat us, anyone can beat us. You know what I mean? The way we're playing at the moment is shocking, and I hope we can turn things around. Can this season be turned around? It can, but when? I don't know. And will it be too late when it is eventually turned around? But yeah, they don't travel well, but they haven't tasted defeat so far this season. So, yeah. Galatasaray, we're going to go into Galatasaray's form. So we'll jump into it here. So please bear in mind while I try to pronounce these teams. So Galatasaray beat Samsunspor 4-2. They drew 2-2 against Copenhagen in the UEFA Champions League. They beat Istanbul Başakşehir 2-1. Istanbul actually beat us in the Champions League. Remember that? Beat us away. Then I think. Yeah, beat us away. Then they played Istanbulspor and beat them 1-0. Then they played Ankaragucu and beat them 2-1. Now, one thing about them, they don't score many goals, but they concede. Like, they literally concede. What's 2 goals is the most they concede. But they don't score. Well, 2 goals is the most they score too. I mean, let's look at us. You look back to our form. We own like 3 goals is the most we scored this season, but we've conceded so many. Like someone say, yeah, but we're tightly defensive this time, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, Galatasaray danger man. Who is it? Mauro Icardi or Wilfried Zaha? I'm gonna put up to Mauro Icardi. I think he's our danger man. But that's the problem. You can look at Torreira, Tete, Zaha. You know what I mean? They have danger men. So it's not just like they have one good player. They have 2 or 3, even 4 good players, and the goalie as well. So they're not a pushover. If Galatasaray beat us tomorrow, it'd be no surprise. But I'd be like, what the hell? We're probably favourites to beat them, but Galatasaray are probably coming into this game thinking, let's go into the Old Trafford confident. They haven't got the perfect form on Trafford anymore. That's gone. They're flat. They're wounded giant. Let's hit them. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, quick start. All Galatasaray have to do is what Palace did: go a goal up, take your chances. Try and go forward when you can, but sit back and agitate them because we're not confident. And again, we have to play faster, not just pass. It literally has to be on it. That's just me. But yeah, they're no pushovers. I mean, I looked up and I think that top goal scorer is Mauro Icardi with 7 goals. I could be wrong, but that's just what I've seen. But yeah, but listen, all that aside, all that stuff aside, Galatasaray don't travel well, but they'll be looking to pick up points, and so will Manchester United. But we have to take the season by the scruff of the neck and right, I need to up my game. I'm going to kill you. That's all. But my predicted 11 goes as it is a 4-2-3-1. Onana in goals, a back 4 of Dalot left back, Harry Maguire, Rafael Varane, and Victor Lindelof right back. Now, I know some people will be saying, what the hell, we're going to lose already. Galatasaray have pace going forward. But look who they are in front of them. Bruno, Amrabat, and Casemiro. Bruno comes back on the fence. And Garnacho and Mount have to come back as well. So that midfield 3 could go into a 4 when Galatasaray have the ball. So yeah, I just don't want to see a diamond tomorrow. That's just the last thing I want to see. But yeah, I think you have Maguire in there, being balanced, and we need to play out. I mean, I said it, play players in normal positions, and that's what we have to do. But then we have a midfield of Amrabat, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho on the left, he has to start. If he doesn't start tomorrow, whether it's on the left wing or the right wing, I'd be very annoyed. Mount on the right, Højlund up top, but back to Mount. Højlund needs that service. Rashford hasn't given it to him. Garnacho, we haven't really seen them play together that much, to be fair. We've seen them for about 5-10 minutes on the weekend, but let's be honest, it wasn't all, roses in the garden. And Mount can whip a ball into the box as well. And yeah, we just need Mount to be, and we need our fullbacks to be coming back on the fence as well, especially if we're going with that. But it's more balanced and it's a bit more compact. But yeah, and score prediction 2-1 Manchester United. It's not going to be an easy game for Manchester United nor Galatasaray. I think it's going to be like, I can see them scoring first, though. I can just see Galatasaray scoring first. I mean, obviously, I went with Garnacho and Højlund to score for us, and Icardi to score for Galatasaray. I mean, Zaha, ex-United player, he scored against us before. His former team beat us on the weekend. But yeah, I just don't think it's going to be an easy game. I can see them scoring first, and I can see it being 1-0 half-time Galatasaray. We come out at half-time, boom, 2-1, brilliant. That's that. We move on. And yeah, but that is my score prediction. That has been the Manchester United vs Galatasaray Champions League preview. As I said, there will be a watch along 7:30 p.m. with myself here on the United Way. So make sure United Way YouTube channel. So make sure to come over and yeah, let us know. Join us for the build-up. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe button. Follow all our socials, links in the description. See if you want to be outlet there. But until then, speak to you all in the next one. Have a good one. Come on, United, let's get the win. We need it. We need it. If not, I'm gonna have to take over. See you all in a bit, Reds. Have a good